Hi, Steve. Hi,
Ah,
Amy.
there we go. That's what I was looking for. Somebody just to say something so I knew that I was on the right thing there.
You are. So great to have you back.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. So I have you on the TV.
Oh, cool.
So we are. For some reason, I think they sent us a link for this or something, and then I couldn't find it. But I did somehow or another have the meeting ID number, so I
Oh,
was able to track it down that way.
okay. Well, you can always, if you ever have trouble, you've got my cell number, right?
Yeah, and I could get the meeting ID that way.
Okay, here we go. A couple more people joining.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. So I was almost late because one of my clocks was wrong, and then I checked on the phone. It was so here I am.
I'm glad you made it. Amit's here. I'm going to make Amit a co-host. Here we go.
Hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Hi, Amit.
Hi, Debbie. Hi, Randy, Helene, and Steve. I may be practicing with you guys today a little bit while teaching. Because I may have to demonstrate a few things as well as we go along. If you have any props today, we'll probably use some if you have them. I have bolsters, blankets, belt, bricks. If you have them, otherwise it's fine, you know. Whenever you're ready, let me know and we can. Hi, Steve. Good to see you. Long time.
Yes. Yeah. Been hectic. You know, it's like we're so busy doing absolutely nothing these days. It's amazing.
I know. Tell me about it. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to begin in a reclining posture. I'm actually going to lie down on my bolster and the blanket, so the chest is elevated a little bit. We're going to lie down in Shavasana for the first posture, which is usually the last posture in our practice, but actually it's a very good first posture because we need a break from everything that's happened till now in the day. So it's nice to actually rest first in Shavasana and then go into our practice. So lie down on your back, please, either on the bolster or just on the floor is fine too. Yeah. And make sure that your tailbone is tucked under so the low back can lengthen along the floor. and tuck your shoulder blades under your back. And palms facing up. Make sure that the back of your head and neck is long and that the head is placed in line with the spine, not to one side. And once you have that in place, then allow your feet, actually flex your feet a little bit to drag your heels away from your calf muscle. And then relax your feet. Allow the weight to drop to the sides of the heels, the outer sides of the heels. And as the feet relax, allow the knees to relax as well. And as you bring your awareness to your sit bones and your hips, notice if one side of the hip is slightly heavier than the other, or descending lower than the other. And maybe you can adjust that a little bit. You can use your hands to help you to adjust your hips so the weight is more even between the back of the left hip and the right hip. And do the same thing with your shoulders and your shoulder blades. Adjust the shoulder blades down evenly. So both of them tuck under your rib cage almost equally, if not equally. And as that happens, allow the elbows to also relax. And relax your knuckles, your wrists. And close your eyes, please. And with your eyes closed, first begin to just connect with your awareness and scan your body, your physical space. Just get a sense of how your physical body feels at the moment. Bring to your awareness any areas that are tight or contracted. And also areas that may be feeling light and relaxed and more open. And setting an intention to bring balance in the physical space. So the tighter areas or the more constricted or painful areas move towards a more positive state, towards the feeling of the areas that are more open, light, and relaxed. Relax your throat. Relax the skin on your face, your forehead and cheeks. And rest your eyes. And first, just observe your breath as you breathe naturally. Observe the quantity of your breath. Where does it stop? As your throat, your chest, abdomen, the depth of your breath, inhalation. Resist the urge to change it in any way, just observe. And now begin to regulate your breath. On your inhalation, lift the rib cage up, expand your chest. Keep the chest expanded and relax the upper abdomen and navel down towards your spine as you exhale. Repeat and continue, please. Inhaling, expanding the rib cage, keeping the rib cage expanded. Exhale and relax the upper abdomen away from the rib cage. Soft navel. One more time. And continue for 2 more breaths. And release your breath. Relax your torso. Relax the entire body again. Your ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows and wrists, spine. And just relax, stay there. Kareth, if you'd like to share anything, whenever you're ready.
So everyone, we're just gonna continue to stay in Shavasana, stay just relaxed and allow the breath to continue to flow through the body. We are in the middle of the month of Elul, and we're just 2 weeks away from Erev Rosh Hashanah, where we'll begin a new year. So we're deep in this period of introspection. And one of the tools that is given to us as a means for self-knowledge and really looking within and figuring out where we are and what we need to do to enter the new year is the liturgy of the High Holy Days, which we're going to access very shortly in just a couple of weeks. And much of that liturgy points us toward our own mortality. In fact, on Erev Kol Nidre, when we stand before the open ark and we remove all of the scrolls from the ark, we're looking at an empty box. That empty box is supposed to remind us that that's what we are looking toward for ourselves, each and every one of us. We are mortal. Our days are numbered. We don't know when, but we all know that we won't live forever. I'm going to lift up a piece of our High Holy Day liturgy and share it with you first in English. All of humanity is founded on dust. Of dust we are made, and of dust and to dust we return. As long as we live, we strive for our bread. Like vessels of clay, we can break. Like grass, we can wither. Like flowers, we fade. Like shadows, we pass. Like clouds, we are emptied. Like wind, our strength is exhausted. Like dust, we are scattered about. Like a dream, we shall vanish from sight. So these words can be stark and difficult for us to hear. They're there for a purpose. Their purpose is to remind us to be aware of our mortality so that right now and in this moment, particularly in these weeks leading up to Rosh Hashanah, we can take a look inside and think about if we were to depart from this earth tomorrow, are there things that we have left undone? And if so, in our Jewish tradition, right now is the time to take care of them in this period leading up to the new year. Right now is an opportunity to try to make amends. Right now is an opportunity to look deep in your own heart and soul and think about ways that we can be more authentically ourselves, true to ourselves, true to our souls. And our tradition also talks about these two different kinds of being right with the world. And one is for the way that we have treated other human beings, and certainly trying to make amends if that's possible. When that's not possible, our tradition tells us that that is not a sin against humanity. That's what's considered a sin against God. When it's not something that we're able to fix by making things right with another human being. And so how do we turn toward making right there? We begin by trying to forgive ourselves and forgive others and move toward turning ourselves toward being the best version of ourselves that we can be. As we finish our time in Shavasana together, I'm going to take us out with the words that I just read to you in English from Yom Kippur, but I will sing them in Hebrew to you. You can just continue breathing in and out in that space, and then Amit will raise us up when it's time. Adam yesodo me'afar, v'sofo lehi afar, benafsho yavi lachmo, yavi lachmo. Oy mashul kecheres, oy mashul kecheres, kecheres hanishbar. Adam, 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 Adam. Oy kechatzir yavish, uchetzit navel ketzel over. Adam, 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 Adam. Adam yesodo me'afar, v'sofo le'afar, benafsho yavi lachmo, yavi lachmo. Uchanan kala, Ruach noshavet, ukavak poreach, v'chachalom yauf. Adam, Adam, Adam.
You carry it. Once again, observe your breath as you breathe naturally in Shavasana. Become aware of your body again. And become aware of your breath moving in and out of your physical body. And bring your awareness to your heart center. And as your breath touches your heart center, try to get a sense of what that feels like. The energy of the breath. In that space. Try to drop into what the space feels like. It is said in yoga that it is here at the heart center that the soul, the individual soul, resides. Beyond the impermanent layers of our external existence, our material world, the objects, people, animals, trees, nature, all of it that exists in our external world, even our physical bodies. The breath, of course, is the connection between the external and the internal world. And even beyond the breath exists the part of our being which is permanent. Energy can never be destroyed. That's the part of ourselves that is permanent. Our individual soul is an energy which is completely permanent beyond the impermanent layers of our existence. In yoga, it says that due to the ignorance of the mind, this part of ourselves, the deep soul that's permanent within us, is lost because of the limitations of the mind. And in place of that part that is permanent, the mind thinks that the external layers are what is permanent, including the physical body, the breath, the material world, all of that. And as Kerrit said earlier, being aware of this aspect, the permanent aspect of ourselves, is the beginning of true understanding and knowledge. The external parts of our being, including our bodies, minds, emotions, material world, circumstances, and interactions, they're all there for a purpose, for the evolution of the soul to move towards more positive spaces, move towards love. And in this process of moving towards love, we have to resolve conflict, resolve karmas that are left undone, half done, so that we can move towards a more peaceful, joyful, and loving heart. And this is where there is no difference between the older and the old spiritual traditions and practices, because they all come from a place of deep understanding and truth of what life is. So just relax there. Just for a few breaths. And then take a deeper inhalation and exhalation. Open your eyes, please. Move your fingers and toes. Maybe give yourself an overhead stretch with your arms, stretch your legs. And bend your knees, roll over to your side. And gently make your way up to a comfortable seated posture. Okay. And please come to standing. And we work with our bodies as well in the physical practice of yoga to create more positive spaces, to find more love towards ourselves, and to refine our actions and the state of our physical existence. Coming to Tadasana, mountain pose. I'm going to face front. Stretch the soles of your feet and lift all your toes up. Bend your knees slightly. And pushing down on your big toe mounds in the center of your heels, begin to straighten your legs. Activate your thighs to lift your kneecaps up. And lift your chest up. Take your shoulders back. Straighten your arms. Do an outer rotation of your upper arms. Drop your shoulder blades down your back. Now release just your big toes to the floor. Stretch the little toes out to the side. And then drop the little toes on the floor as well. Try to keep the middle three toes lifting. Activate your thighs and spin your inner groins back. Drop your tailbone forward and lift the lowest back rib up to lengthen the back wall of your abdomen. Hold your body with your actions. Relax your shoulders. Relax your tailbone. Soft throat. And release your hands, please. Take your hands out to the side with your palms facing up. And drop your shoulder blades down your back. Legs straight, lift your sternum up, and take your hands above your head. You can keep your palms shoulder width apart and bring your little finger side of your hands in a bit towards each other. To widen the collarbones, the thumbs will move away from each other. And the triceps will spin in, widen the collarbones, drop your shoulder blades down your back, straighten your elbows and take your elbows behind your ears. Stay there. Release your hands in front, interlock your fingers, keep your elbows soft, take your shoulders back and down, straighten your arms and take your hands above your head. Relax the shoulder joint first, then push up with the lower index finger so the thumb side of the wrist lifts up and the thumbs lift up a bit. Straighten the elbows and now spin your triceps in so the collarbones widen from the sides of your neck to the outer shoulders. Widen the collarbones and take them down. And release your hands. Continue to just look at the camera. I'm going to turn around so I can show you. Interlock your fingers behind you. Lift your shoulders up. Lift your chest up. Take your shoulders back. And straighten your arms in your mount. Again, do an outer rotation of your upper arms to widen the front of the chest. And try to bring your elbows, the outer corners of your elbows towards your back. Maybe they touch even. Stay there. This is opening the upper front, throat, rib cage, chest area. And release. Take your hands out to the side, palms facing up. Drop your right hand and hold the right elbow. I'm mirroring you. Hold the right elbow with your left hand. Bring your left shoulder back. And try to bring the right hand in a little bit, right elbow in. And then hold the left elbow with your right hand. Lift your chest up. Activate your thighs. Take your shoulders back and drop them down. Stay here. Release the right hand, then release the left hand. Using your right hand, hold above the left elbow. So you're holding almost the bicep muscle there, tricep muscle. And take the left shoulder back, left elbow in. And hold the right elbow with your left hand. And take the right shoulder back as well. Drop your tailbone, lift your sternum up, and stay here. Release your left hand, release your right hand. Take your hands out to the side again. You can repeat what we just did, holding the elbows. If you have reverse namaste, namaste behind your back, then please take it. Once you place your hands, lift your chest up, take your shoulders back, shoulder blades down and forward, elbows back, and try to bring the thumb, index finger side of your palms towards each other. And you'll notice here, if you've done that, that the floating rib, the lowest rib in the front body, tends to protrude forward. Take the floating rib back slightly. Drop your tailbone so that the lower back lengthens. Keep your left hand where it is and take your right hand in line with your shoulder, turn your palm up. Take the right hand straight up, and if you can, take the upper arm behind your head and then bending the right elbow. I should have showed it on the other side, but anyway. Okay, bending the right elbow, either clasp behind you this way, or you can hold your elbow with your hand like this if you don't have the clasp. Spin the right tricep in to bring the right shoulder forward slightly, and lift the left shoulder up and back. Drop the left shoulder blade down your back. Take your head back slightly. Release the right hand. Take it behind you. Use your left hand to help you. Take the hand up, right hand up, your back. And then take the left hand in line with your shoulder, palm facing up to drop the shoulder blade. And then keep rotating your little finger in as you take your upper arm behind your head, then bend the elbow, either clasp or hold the left elbow with your right hand. Now push the left arm back slightly with your head to open the armpit chest area. Lift the right sternum up, take the right shoulder back and drop it down. Stay there. Release the left hand, release the right hand, and relax in standing. Loosen the body, because we're in Tadasana, mountain pose for a while there. Loosen the body. If you need a visual reference, by the way, you can pin anyone's video. I'm practicing with you. You can pin anyone that you choose, yeah? So you can see what the postures are like. So turn and step to the top of your mat, please. We're going to warm up a little bit with some sun salutations. Maybe let's do some classical sun salutations. Standing in mountain pose first. Just apply the actions of mountain pose. Straighten your legs, straighten the spine, straighten your hands as you did just now. And then relax your actions. Take a deeper inhalation and exhalation. Classical sun salutation. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, relax and fold. Take your hands to the floor or your shins. Release your head and chest. Inhale, look at the wall in front. Exhale, step your right leg back, right knee down, hands on the floor. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, and move towards plank position. Inhale and plank. Exhale, knees down, chest down, hips lifted. Inhale, drop your pelvis, lift your head and chest. Exhale, lift your hips back and up to downward dog. Inhale, step your right foot in between your hands, left knee down, and take your hands above your head. Exhale, release your hands to the floor. Sink your hips. Inhale, step your left leg forward, look at the wall in front. Exhale, relax and fold. Inhale, hands above your head, come up. Exhale, release your hands in standing. Paying attention to the action of your thighs. Inhale, hands above your head, activate your thighs to lift your kneecaps up. Exhale, relax your thighs and fold from the hip joint. Inhale, look at the wall in front. Activate your thighs to open the back of your legs. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down. Hands on the floor, relax and open the front of the right thigh. Inhale, hands above your head. Continue to open the front of the right thigh by taking it down. Exhale, hands to the floor. Left leg back in plank position. Shoulders in line with your wrists. Take your heels back slightly. Activate your thighs. Exhale, knees to the floor, chest to the floor, hips lifted. Inhale, drop your pelvis, lift your head and chest. Exhale, lift your hips back and up. And activate your thighs to open the back of your legs. Inhale, step your right leg forward, left knee down, and hands above your head. Relax the front of the left thigh. Exhale, hands to the floor. Continue to relax and open the front of the left thigh. Inhale, step the left leg forward, look at the wall in front. Activate your thighs. Exhale, relax your thighs and release your spine. Inhale, hands above your head, activate your thighs. Stabilize your legs. Exhale, relax everything. And paying attention to lengthen your spine. Inhale, hands above your head, lengthen the sides of your waist. Exhale, long spine as you fold. Inhale, look at the wall in front, take your shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down, hands on the floor. Keeping your hands on the floor, lift your gaze up at the wall in front. Inhale, hands above your head and look at the ceiling. Straighten your elbows, look at the ceiling, look at your thumbs. Exhale, hands to the floor, left leg back, shoulders in line with your wrists in plank position, and look about 3 feet in front. Exhale, knees down, chest down, lift your buttock bones up high to bring the natural curve in your low back. Exhale, drop your pelvis, lift your head and chest. Exhale, lift your hips back and up. Look at your hands for just a moment as you get into the posture and then release your head. Inhale, right leg forward, left knee down, hands above your head and look at your thumbs, straighten your elbows. Exhale, hands to the floor, lift your gaze up at the front wall. Inhale, step your left leg forward, look at the wall in front to lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold with a long spine. Inhale, hands above your head. Look at the ceiling. Exhale, and release your hands. Samasthiti. Okay. And relax, please. Okay. We're going to do some standing postures. So if you're using bricks, then please place them at the back edge of your mat, like this. Okay. We're going to start in triangle, Trikonasana. So stand at the center of your mat facing the screen or the camera. Inhale, step or jump your legs apart, hands apart. Exhale, point the right foot out. Relax your hips first. Relax your hips so that they can move from front to back without much resistance. Yeah, relax them. And then on your inhalation, lengthen with your right hand. Relax the right hip back and then release the right hand to the brick wherever is comfortable for you. Release the left hand on your hip. Release the left hand. Now, first, lift your chest up a little bit, lengthen the spine, and take your chest and head back, bring your right hip, relax the left knee, keep the right leg straight as much as you can. If it's not straight, then go up a little higher. And then move the right hip, both your hips forward towards the camera till the right big toe and the big toe mound and the inner heel becomes heavy on the floor. Once you have that, then activate the back leg, straighten it, lift the left big toe up and drop the little toe down. Straighten the right leg. Now push down on your right wrist and lift the right sternum up. And using your left hand, move that hip, the left hip back, and your spine will begin to rotate. Take the left shoulder back, gaze in the line of the screen, and then take your left hand up. Relax the right hip, relax your toes, the front foot. Take the right sit bone towards the left sit bone. Keep the back leg straight. Push on the right wrist and lift the right sternum up. And then maybe you gaze at your thumb. Left thumb. And inhale, come up please. Exhale, change the direction of your feet. Relax your hips first. Let them move from side to side without much resistance. So there's a softness there in the hip joint. And keeping that softness, lengthen with the left hand, the left hip will move back. Left sit bone will move towards the right sit bone. Release your left hand to the brick and release the right hand to your hip. First, relax the hips. Straighten the left leg and your mount. So if your left knee is bent, if your left knee is bent, then go up a little higher. And move, relax, bend the right knee a little bit. Move both your hips forward towards the camera. Ground the inner edge of your left foot. And do an outer rotation of the left thigh and move that sit bone back. So the left sit bone is in line with the left heel. Then straighten the right leg and your mount. And as you straighten, use your right hand to take the front of the right pelvis back. And this will begin to revolve the pelvis. Push down with your left wrist. Lift the sternum and take your right shoulder back. Begin to turn your gaze, then lift the right hand up, and maybe you gaze at your right thumb. Hold from the back leg, relax the front hip and hamstring. Action in the back leg, action in the left wrist, relaxation in the left hip and the right shoulder. And inhale. Come up, please. Exhale. Bring your legs together. Release your hands. Relax for a moment here. And inhale, step your legs apart, hands apart. Exhale, point the right foot out. Inhale, charge the left side of your body. Exhale, bend your right knee, take the right hand down, take the left hand above your ear into Parsvakonasana. Relax the right knee so it comes directly in line with the right heel. Bring the right hip forward towards the camera and then straighten the back leg. Pushing down with the right wrist, lengthen the spine and then revolve the spine. Take the left shoulder back. Then finally you can look at your left thumb. Relax the front knee and hip. Charge the back leg. Inhale, come up please. Exhale, change the direction of your feet. Inhale, charge the right side of your body. Exhale, bend the left knee, take the left hand down, right hand above your ear. Relax the front knee and hip. Activate the back leg. Lengthen your spine. Straighten the left elbow and take the right shoulder back to twist the spine. And then look at your right thumb. Hold the body with your actions. And relax wherever you feel the tightness. Maybe at the root of the left thigh, the left hip, the left knee. And inhale. Come up, please. Exhale. Bring your legs together and release your hands. Samasthiti. Just relax there for a moment. We're going into half moon. So let's see, you're going to go on the right side. I'm going to mirror you. Stand at the center of your mat and step or jump your legs apart, hands apart. Exhale, relax your shoulders, relax your hips. And point your right foot out. You're going to go into triangle first on the right side. So go to triangle. And this time wrap your left arm behind you and use your left hand to do an outer rotation of the right thigh, taking the right sit bone back. So the hips, if you can see, I don't know if you've enlarged your screen, but the left hip will move back a little bit. Right hip may even drop forward slightly as you do that. And then straighten the back leg, take the left shoulder back. And you're going to keep that as it is as you go to half moon. Just step, bring the brick forward, bring your left leg forward. Before you go up, turn, stay here, look at the screen. Make sure that the brick is about a foot in front. Bend the right knee in and take the brick forward more, about a foot in front, yes. And then you're going to lean forward slightly, make the back leg light, and then flex the foot and lift the back leg up as much as you can. And then straighten the right leg and bring the heel back so the heel is in line with your hip. And now take your left pelvis back, abdomen back, left shoulder back, and take your hand up. And maybe you gaze at either the screen, straight forward, or at your thumb. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, change the direction of your feet. Inhale, extend with your left hand. Exhale, go into triangle first. And maybe for this posture, have the brick on the higher side. And wrap your right arm behind you. Using your hand, do an outer rotation of the left thigh so the outer left sit bone moves back. Activate the right leg and lift your chest, take the right shoulder back. Stay here. Try to maintain this position, this opening in the hip joints, lengthen the spine, rotation in the spine. As you get into the next posture, it's almost the same thing. Bending the left knee, step the right foot forward, take the brick forward about a foot at least in front, and then lift the right leg up, straighten it, flex it, straighten the left leg, bring the right heel back slightly so it's in line with your hip, straighten the left elbow, take the right hip back, right side of the abdomen back, right side of the chest back, shoulder back, and lift the right hand up, and finally gaze at the right thumb. And come down, please. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Bring your legs together and release. So as Kerith shared earlier, there is the more, and I shared it too, the more permanent aspect of ourselves that we get a glimpse of once in a while. But certainly we see more of our, and experience more of our physical bodies in our existence. So there is a lot we can actually work with the physical bodies. With our physical body, we can refine actions, we can create more positive spaces, we can even play with it, you know, and enjoy what it is. So in a way that helps us to just enjoy our existence through our physical bodies, because that's what the soul, the vehicle for the soul is the physical body. So we use our physical bodies as a way for the soul to find some expression, including play, joy, refinement, all kinds of things. So in the asana practice, these are some of the things that we work with in the practice. Okay, so we're going to go into downward dog. And if you have, just find a wall, an edge of the wall, because you're going to place your fingers this way. Let's see. Let me change the camera. You're going to place your fingers this way against the wall, yeah? So if this is the wall, you're going to place your fingers like this, okay? Against the edge of the wall. And have a brick with you, because you can use that brick for to place under your head. Yeah, mat is good. Use the mat. Oh yeah, and yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay. Okay, so have the brick next to you, just maybe about a foot and a half or two away from the wall. And you can place it a little higher to begin with, because the head is going to reach there. Let's see, if you want to just watch first, let me just show it to you. It's a slight variation of how we normally do downward dog. So I'm going to place the hands like this against the wall, yeah? This way, okay? And this way. The brick will be, as you go up, it's going to be somewhere under the throat, that area, okay? You may have to adjust it later. Hands shoulder width apart, wrists and shoulders in the same line. And go up first, bending the knees and lifting your hips up like you would do it at the center of the room. But with the wall there, you can actually press into the wall and down into the floor, relax into the floor, lift your hips back and up, and then straighten your legs in your mount. Keep looking forward and go into the full posture first. Then just relax your head and let the head lightly rest on the brick. Make sure that the elbows don't bend and that you're collapsing into the brick. We don't want that. You want to move away from the floor and then just relax the head there, okay? So try it, please. Go into it. First, get into the posture. Don't worry about the brick. That's the last thing to happen. Keep looking forward, in fact. Keep looking forward. Lift the hips up and back. Make sure that the elbows and arms are straight. Sternum lengthening forward, and then just release the head finally. And let the head lightly rest on the brick. And see if you can come to a place where you can enjoy being in your physical body, being in the posture, being with your breath. Soften your eyes. Relax the thumb side of your palms into the floor, down to the floor. Widen the collarbones, straighten your elbows. As your forehead rests on the brick, allow the mind and the breath to relax as well. And release. Release your knees down. Just come to seated. Okay. Then we're going to do it the other way. So you can watch again if you need to. This time, you're going to take your heels up the wall, like the ledge of the wall, and the toes will be on the floor, okay? I don't know how well you can see there, but I think you can. I like to measure it by straightening one leg behind and then placing my hands in tabletop. And the brick again will come under kind of the chest or the throat. Palms under the wrists under the shoulders. Going into downward dog. Place your heels on the wall and the mounds of the toes and the toes on the floor. Okay, and again here you're going to use your hands, lift your hips back and up, and straighten your legs in your mount, look forward, and then finally release the head to just rest. Again, keep the posture moving away from the floor and the head just relaxing. Okay, so get into it, please. If you haven't already gone up. And this variation works the hands a little bit more. So relax the index finger, thumb side of your palms into the floor. Let it drop. Do an outer rotation of the upper arms. Push into the floor. Lift your hips back and up. And relax your head. Take the back of your legs towards the wall. And tuck your navel into your spine. And release, please. Come down to your knees. And come up, make your way up to standing again. We're going to go into a forward fold again. If you need bricks for your forward fold, have them in front of you. And step your feet apart. I like to do it with the back of my heels in line with the back edge of the mat. That way, we know that both the legs are in the same plane and the hips as well. Turn your toes in a little bit. And take your hands up in line with your shoulders. Drop your shoulder blades down. Bring your toes in, heels out slightly. And turn your palms up. Lift your head and chest. Activate your thighs. Exhale, relax your thighs. Relax your hips and bring your hands down either to the floor, or if you need the bricks, then place your hands on the bricks, yeah? Now in the half position, first relax your hips, relax the back of your legs. You should be able to move your hips a little bit from side to side, so the hips are free, yeah? And then pushing down on the wrists, look forward, look at the wall in front to come to a concave spine, and lift your sit bones up. So almost like you're doing a back bend here. Push the wrists down, take your sternum forward, lift your sit bones up. Activate your thighs, and relax the outer edges of your feet on the floor. Now, if your legs, hamstrings are tight, then work on just not forcing, but relaxing and straightening the legs any amount that's available for you. Once you have that, lengthen the spine forward again. And then maybe if you're more open and you're relaxed here, take your wrists back in line with the back edge of the mat, the back in line with your heels, with your fingers pointed forward. Once again, lengthen your sternum forward, straighten your arms, relax the outer heels and the little toes down. Inner groin spin back. Inhale here, lengthen forward. You can either just stay here and work. If you're more open, relax the hip joint and bring your head, chest and head towards the floor. Chest moves towards the legs, head towards the floor. Once you're there, once again, drop the outer heels and ankles, little toes. Push down on your heels, lift your sit bones up. Long spine, take your shoulders, shoulder blades up your back, and then just relax there. Hold the body with your actions, and relax there. Inhale, come to the half position. Exhale, hands on your hips, bend your knees slightly. Inhale, come up. Exhale, step your legs together and release your hands. We are going into a forward fold. Now, this depends on how open your hamstrings are, but let me just show you the posture. You're going to, depending on how low you can go in the forward fold. If you have bricks, then just place it like that. If you don't have bricks, don't worry about it. Just do it without the bricks. And I'll just show you the posture first. Your feet will be big toes just touching the sides of the bricks, heels directly behind your toes. I'll just show it to you. Lengthen your spine, take your hands up, and then bring your hands to the floor or wherever it's available for you, okay? Of course, if your hips and hamstrings are more open, then you can bring your hands lower. If they're not, then maybe you're here, just here, okay? Depending on how open your legs are. If you're more open, and I'll show it to you in relation to what is available for me. And just like we did in the previous posture, first you stay in the half position, lengthen the spine forward, look forward, bring your hips in line with your heels, and then on the exhalation, maybe you relax and fold and bring your head on the brick like that, okay? And stay there. Now if your hamstrings are tight, that's going to be challenging for you. So then you adjust the brick if you have bricks. You can even just stay in the half position. You can even just release your head on the brick like this, or even higher, whatever works for you. Okay, see what's available and do it from there. Okay, so let's get into it. If you're not using bricks, don't worry about it. Just do it in the air, it's fine. Keep your feet hip distance apart. Take your hands above your head. Lengthen your spine. Exhale and fold. Bring your hands to wherever is comfortable for you, as low as is comfortable for you. And then look forward, lengthen the spine to open the hip joint, lift the sit bones up. Bring your hips forward slightly so the weight comes to the front of your feet as well. Relaxing your hamstrings and your hips, fold from the hip joint and release your head down. If you don't have bricks, you can just hold your elbows below your head as well. That's fine. Now try to relax here. You may feel it at the back of your hips. You may feel it at the back of your knees, back of your calf muscles. If your hands are on your floor and you can reach the little toes, use your thumbs to press your little toes down on the floor. Inhale, come to the half position. Exhale, hands on your hips. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, and release your hands, Samasthiti. Okay. Oh, time is flying again. Okay. How did that happen? If you have a belt, please grab a belt. And we're going to lie on the floor and open the legs a little bit. Make sure you have some room on the sides, because we're going to take the legs to the side as well. If you have bricks, then place one brick on one side, the other on the other side, because when we take the legs out to the side, we're going to use the brick as a prop to support the leg. Okay. And lie down, lie down on your back, please. First, keep your knees bent, feet on the floor, and tuck your tailbone, lengthen the low back along the floor, and then straighten your legs, like in Shavasana. Tuck your shoulders under. Relax there for a moment. Relax your hips. Relax your spine. And relax your shoulders. For a moment, please. I need to get some. Okay. And bend your right knee. Place the belt around the right foot. If you don't have a belt, you can just interlock your fingers behind your thigh this way, or behind your calf muscle this way. Okay. And first move your right leg to the left slightly so the low back lifts up. Using your right hand at the root of the right thigh, push it back so the right low back lengthens, and then bring your leg straight back again. Now hold the belt, one hand on each side of the belt. Straighten your right leg, flex the right foot, and make sure that the toes and the knee is pointing straight back. That the low back on the right side is moving down towards the floor. Keep the leg perpendicular to the floor. Flex the left foot, drag the left heel away, and ground. Try to ground the inner side of the calf muscle. So the side that's the right side of your left calf muscle. Ground it on the floor. Spin the inner left groin towards the floor. This will open the sacrum and drop the low right hip pelvis on the floor. Flex your right foot, and you'll feel this in the back of your legs. You can just feel how this opens the back of the legs and the hip joint. Pull the belt straight down so that the right femur bone goes into the hip socket, and as that happens, use your awareness and suggest for the right hip socket to relax. The ligaments, the tendons there. Just keep the body in that state for a little bit. Relax your toes, work the legs. Now we're going to go a little deeper. So first relax the left leg a little bit, relax the action of the left thigh. Keep the right leg straight without bending the right knee. On your inhalation, move your elbows out to the side and pull the straight right leg towards your torso on the inhale, how much ever it comes. Don't force it too much. On the exhale, do an outer rotation of the right thigh and straighten the right leg. Move the knee away from you. And you'll feel that the hamstring opens there. And try to bring the lower right hip on the floor. Hold there for a moment. And you can certainly feel how your actions are accessing the tightness in your body. Suggest for all those muscles and those tight areas to relax. Do it one more time. Keep the right leg straight. Relax it first. Relax the back of the right leg. And inhale. Pull the straight leg in towards your torso. And your left calf muscle may lift up slightly as you do that. It's okay. Pull the right leg in. As you exhale, once again, outer rotation of the right thigh. So the outer right hip moves quicker away from you than the inner. Straighten the right knee pointing straight back. And now straighten the left leg and bring that calf muscle back on the floor to open the legs and the hip joint. Hold the body there with your actions and suggest for the tight areas to relax. And now hold high up with your right hand only. Hold the belt or even your foot if that's available. And inhale, release the left hand to the left hip, front of the left pelvis. Inhale, pull the leg into your chest again. Exhale, relax the right groin and the right hip and bring your leg to the right. Bend your right elbow and release the right elbow to the floor first. So your foot will be off the floor, leg will be off the floor. In this half position, first of all, do an outer rotation of your right thigh. So take the right toes towards the floor, right heel away from the floor to do an outer rotation of the right thigh. Take the leg out to the side. Straighten the leg any amount. Push down on your elbow. Straighten the left leg. Drop the left hip. Left ribs on the floor. And you can stay here Or if you're more open, then continue that action, relax the right groin, and bring your foot onto the brick. Take the left shoulder back, look to your left. Relax the root of the right thigh where it meets the hip. Relax that away from your waist. Relax the back of your right leg as well. Ground the left calf muscle. Ground the left hip. And take the lowest back rib on the left side. Take it on the floor, towards the floor. Make the left shoulder blade heavier on the floor. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale, take the straight leg into your chest again, and then release. Release your legs to the floor. Bend your knees, please. Tuck your tailbone and lengthen your low back along the floor. Straighten your legs and bend the left knee. Place the belt around the arch of the foot. Straighten the left leg, and then move the leg to your right, and using your left hand at the root of the left thigh, move your thigh bone away from your shoulder to lengthen the left side of the waist, and then bring your leg straight up again so the left side of your back is on the floor. So first, work on straightening the left leg. Flex the left foot. Straighten the left knee from the action of your thigh, and try to drop the low left buttock on the floor, the low left hip, drop it on the floor, straighten the left leg. Now straighten the right leg, drag the right heel away from your calf muscle, drop the inner calf muscle or the center of the calf muscle on the floor. Activate your right thigh and drop the right buttock on the floor. Now pull straight down with your hands. So your left leg is perpendicular to the floor. Pull straight down with your hands and take that femur bone, the thigh bone, into the hip socket from the action of your hands pulling down. And as that happens, suggest for all those tiny ligaments and tendons around the hip joint to relax and release. Just hold your body there. Relax your toes. Keep the legs straight. Relax the hip socket. And now you're going to open the hip joint a little bit. Keep the left leg straight. Relax the hips. And inhale, pull the straight left leg into your torso. Your elbows will go out to the side. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Outer rotation of the left thigh. Move the outer left hip away from your left shoulder. And straighten the right leg. Stay there. One more time. Relax the hips a little bit. Relax the legs a little bit. Inhale, pull the straight left leg towards your torso more. Exhale, and straighten the left knee some more. Do an outer rotation. Take the outer left hip away from your waist. So the knee is pointing straight back, toes are pointing straight back. Now straighten the right leg and drop the right calf muscle on the floor, right hip on the floor. Hold your body there and relax the back of your left hamstring, the back of the left knee, the back of the left calf muscle, the back of the left hip. And as you bring the right buttock to the floor, stabilize and open the right side of your low back. Both shoulder blades on the floor. Then hold your belt or your foot high up, close to your foot. Right hand in the front of the right pelvis. Inhale, pull the left leg into your chest again. Exhale, take the left leg to your side, bend the elbow, and stop when your elbow touches. Do an outer rotation of your left thigh and straighten the left leg. And then straighten the right leg, ground the right calf muscle on the floor, ground the right hip on the floor. And maybe you just stay here or begin to take the foot to the brick. Look to your right and drop the entire back of the right side. The back of the right calf muscle, the back of the right thigh, the back of the right hip, right low rib on the back body, right shoulder, and bring the left side down as well. The left leg down and lift the left shoulder up a little bit. Take the left shoulder blade down your back. Inhale, come up. Bring the left leg up, exhale. Bring the leg into your chest and then release your leg. Tuck your tailbone in, straighten your legs. And then join the soles of your feet. Take your knees out to the side. Just rest here in Supta Baddha Konasana. You can place your hands on your groins. Just stay there, relaxing from the weight of your hands on your groins. Just allow them to relax. Relax your shoulders. Relax your elbows while you hold your inner groins. Just relax your elbows towards the floor. Lift the sternum up and just stay there. And using your hands, bring your knees towards each other. Feet on the floor. Relax your groins. And maybe just tap your knees against each other to release the inner legs. Lengthen the low back along the floor. Straighten your legs along the floor. Relax your feet. And lengthen the back of your head and neck on the floor. Tuck your shoulders under. And rest in Shavasana, final resting pose. In Shavasana, observe your breath as it finds its way back to its natural state of relaxation. Using your awareness and the suggestion of your mind, relax your throat. Release the tops, sides, and back of your head, your scalp. Let go of any holding at the skin of your forehead, eyebrow center, and your eyebrows. And spreading your awareness across the backs of your eyes. Rest your eyes in their sockets. Relax the sides of your nose and your cheeks. Release your jaw, tongue, teeth apart slightly, lips touching lightly. Relax your shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Make your arms heavy on the floor. Release your spine from the base of your skull, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way down to your sacrum. Let go of your hips, knees, and ankles. Make your legs heavy on the floor. And then release your entire back body from the back of your heels all the way to the back of your skull. Release the entire back body into the floor. Completely letting go of any action in the physical body. Completely letting go of any action in your breath, in your emotions and your energy body. Letting go of all effort. Letting go. And connecting with that aspect of yourself that is beyond the external layers of your being. That which is permanent, unchanging, and immortal. Just stay there in that space, connected to that space within yourself. Gareth, whenever you're ready, you're welcome to share.
Get to say goodbye to Shabbat as it's coming to an end and get ready to greet another week. Lighting this candle, I just want to share with everybody that next month we'll join at the beginning of the month, the first Saturday of the month and the last Saturday of the month for Torah Yoga. And in between, please, of course, join us for Slichot, which is why we're not meeting on the first Saturday. And then for Rosh Hashanah, which is why we're not meeting on the second Saturday. So I hope we'll see you at all of those things. And then, of course, for Torah Yoga at the beginning and the end of the month. And we'll be again at the 5 o'clock time for both of those for Havdalah. Can you hear me okay? Oh, more? Louder? More me? I'll try and be louder. Hamavdil ben kodesh lechol, chatoteinu yimchol, zareinu v'chaspenu yavekachol, v'kochavim balayla, Shavua tov, Shavua tov, Shavua tov, Shavua tov. Stay right where you are. Usually my husband blows the shofar. Aileen knows that he studied trumpet in college, so he's much better than I am. But I'm gonna sound the shofar for us so that we can hear the wake-up call to our souls. Thanks, everybody. Have a beautiful week. Amit, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you
Thank
both.
you.
Thank you, everybody. This is the best. This is the best.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Good to see you, Steve, again.
Gareth, what's the what's the date? You
The
said
date- yeah, so I'm sorry, let me just check. Pulling up my
Debbie, by the way, I emailed you, yeah? Debbie.
Just saw it. I'm
Okay.
going to look at it.
Okay.
See you on Monday.
Yes, we'll meet on the 5th. Then Slichot is the 12th. And Rosh Hashanah is the 19th. So then we'll meet again on the 26th.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good week.
You too.
So far blowing. Very good.
Yeah, that's great. You got to do that every time. No, if it's okay, I don't know.
Thanks for everything. Thanks for teaching.
And then we got to wait until next year.
Okay, we'll wait till next year then. Okay. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.